Everyone, Nicole back today to share with you a new video today on how to use some of your new Jelly Bean Soup products from the Summer CHA. Just going to quickly show you what I received just yesterday from the Jelly Bean Soup release from Summer. Today's video we're going to focus on the cold avocado soup, and so here is what it looks like. The first thing I have here are these bit-sized bites. You can see they're all different sizes. And they're really great. You can use them on your own. And on the back is a really nice teal aqua color pattern that you could use just as pattern paper. There's also pretty florals. There's lots of navy and aqua, olive green, and this really nice yellow color. I know a lot of people are scared of yellow, but this is really a really pretty golden yellow that I know I'll use a lot of. So those are we call them the A sides of the paper. So there's some really fun patterns, and I'll just flip them over to show you the B sides, and the B sides are equally as lovely as the A sides, and I know that these are really versatile. There's like some basic stripes and polka dots, another stripe, there's a geometric. I really love this one. It's like a square diamond type of pattern in gray in the back of this one here. So today I'm going to make a project using a lot of the new products. So I'm going to start with this paper as well as some of the sticker sheets from Jelly Bean Soup, and I'm also going to use probably my new most favorite thing, and I've already ripped the package open, but it's these new flashcards, and you can see they're just really small. I actually measured them out. They're really tiny. They're about 2.5 inches wide by 1 5/8 tall, I guess you could say. So today's project is inspired completely by these flashcards. So I just really want to use this in a different way on your page. Obviously they're really good just to add as a tag on your page, but we're going to try to do something a little bit different and fun using as lot of these as possible. So this is really the inspiration for our page. So I'm going to put those to the side, and I also just want to show you one last thing from the new release that I'm kind of super excited about, and that's these Polaroid frame placemats. If you follow me at all, you'll know that I use these Polaroids a lot, and they're really fun. This is the size of the one from the last release. Sorry. You can see they're about a 3 by 4 inch size. The ones here are a lot smaller, and they're super cute because you can use them for so many different things. So I'm going to try to use a couple of these today too on my page. You can see the difference in the size between the two of them. So they're really fun. So I'm hoping that, I don't really know where I'm going in my direction on my page today, but I'm hoping I'm going to be able to use one of those. I'm also wanted to show you just a couple other things from the new release while I'm here. Aside from, you can get these white Polaroids in a package now, already cut for you. There's also wood grain Polaroids with sayings on them. There are also some pillow boxes, which should be fun for some gifts. I have an idea for that for down the road for a future video. And there's also these super cute little mini envelopes or bags from our Stampables line. So those are going to be really fun. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use these on this project, but I'm putting them close in hand because you never know what you're going to need. So the first thing I did is, obviously I opened this up and I took out a lot of these different flashcards. And I also grabbed my pattern paper and I trimmed them down. You can see I've cut down some scraps here too. Trim them down to the same size as the flashcard. So again, the measurements for that is it's 2.5 inches wide by 1 5/8 inches tall. So what you're going to need to do to start off this page is just grab some of your favorite papers. I'm going to be using ones from the cold avocado soup, and as you can see, I've kind of just pre-cut them. Like I said, I'm just trying something new here, so I'm not sure where I'm going to go. But I've cut 4 different patterns, which actually is 8, because I'm going to probably use some of the back sides as well, just in some coordinating colors. So I'm going to go ahead right now, and all I'm going to do is round the edges. I have a Fiskars corner punch here, and this one is actually cool because it has two different edges. There's a larger corner round and a smaller one, and I'm just going to use a smaller corner round, which I find matches up really well with this. So I'm just going to go ahead really quick and quarter round all these edges. Okay, so as you can see, I've gone ahead and I have now corner rounded all of my papers. I'm just going to show you them here. I've also gone ahead and flipped over the two, although there's 5 papers, there's actually 10 patterns. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 papers give you 10 patterns because some of them are double-sided, like this chevron and the polka dot. And I've chosen this color combo for a couple of reasons. The first is I really wanted to pull all the colors out of this kind of paper here. You can see it has the green, the teal, the navy, and the yellow in it. So I really wanted to use that. I really love that combo. So I have a couple different neutrals. One is from within the line, and this is also the Soup Staples 2. And then I've also pulled out the other different colors within the line. And just a tip for you working with pattern is, and I love to use pattern paper, it's probably my favorite embellishment, believe it or not, is to use different levels of pattern. So what I mean by that is you want to use a small level of pattern and a larger level of pattern. So in this case, this polka dot from the Soup Staples 2 would be a small pattern. So you can see it's really small. Then you want to use something from on the opposite end, which is more of a large shape. And you can see here that this one here from the cold avocado soup is a larger pattern, this starburst floral. And then you want to use something in the middle. So for me, yeah, I could be wrong, but a middle pattern would be something like this quatrefoil in this green paper from the soup. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to put all these to the side, so I haven't even worked out where I'm going to place everything yet. Now, because I'm using a lot of different paper, I like to use a neutral background. So in this case, I'm just going to use white, just for the basis of my page. I'm going to take off my sweater too. And I'm just going to go crazy. I have my photo printed ahead of time, and I have all my papers. I've actually also cut down the Bit Size Bites page that I showed you earlier. I just have all these. I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but I just thought they're so cute. They're perfect, going to be perfect for this. So I'm just going to go ahead now and grab a bunch of these flashcards and create my page. So I have a photo here of my family, and I'm just going to grab some that relate kind of to that. Not sure what we're going to use, but I really like this one here that says remember, because it has the definition of it underneath. There's also some today noted. There's a whole bunch of different ones. So you can I'm just going to grab a whole bunch and see where we go. So you can see here I have a couple different ones. I've chosen 5. I'll probably grab some more. We'll see what happens. And I'm also going to grab my paper. And at this point, I'm just going to start playing with my paper and go crazy. I'm actually going to create a whole background using these note cards and the different papers we've cut. Now, what I really wanted to do, but I'm greedy, is use all these note cards, or these flashcards I should say, for the whole background. But I really want to hoard them, so I'm only going to use a few of them and throw in some of the paper because I think it's pretty and it's going to work great with them. But you could certainly use more of these flashcards because, like, look how many you get in a package. You get tons. And also, there's also some with the new Christmas line, Christmas Cheer Chowder, and as you can see on the back, there's a ton here, and there's lots that I actually might go in here, and there's a few things that I might grab out of there for this page too. So just because it's Christmas doesn't mean it's actually Christmas. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of figure out where I want to put my photo, and I think in this case I actually want to do it in the center, which I don't do very often, and I'm just going to lay some of these around in a pattern. And you can see I've kind of done a triangle. So I've started at the top, worked my way here, and then I'm going to do one down on this edge. And I know I want to have a little bit of the white showing around, so I might have to move things around based on that. But now I'm going to go get started. So I'm going to start adding my paper now, and I'm going to speed up the video while I do this, and I'm just going to mix the different levels of pattern, the small, the large, and the medium, so that I don't have too many of the same color or the same pattern all in the same area. So I'm just going to speed that up and see you when I'm all done mixing. Alright, so as you can see here, I'm just going to straighten this out for you. Basically, I did my whole grid on my page, and yeah, it looks a little bit like brickwork right now, but I've laid them all out, and what I've tried to do within my background is not put, obviously, two similar colors together, and I've also tried not to put too many cards together. I have 3 here. And I've tried not to have the similar patterns. There's no floral right beside a floral. I've tried to have them offset a little bit. Up here I cheated a little because there's kind of 2 little florals, but I think I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out so far, although I think I am going to switch that one out. And I actually had a couple little scraps left from my paper when I cut it initially into strips, and so I just have those. I only corner around on one edge, just for the edge, because my pattern is overhanging a little. And I kind of like how it's working out, although I don't like how half of this is cut off at the top, so I'm going to probably fool around with that a little and move it down just so that it gets cut at both ends instead of just one. And I've also pulled out another couple of these cards because I just felt like it needed another one, even though I was trying to hoard them. I can't hoard it as much as I want to, I guess. I can always buy some more, right? So there's that, and I am going to open up my Christmas one now, because there's one here within my Christmas one that says thankful, and I think that that would be really good on this page. So I'm just going to really quickly open up my package and grab that out. Now, I didn't really leave a lot of background paper showing, and I'm totally fine with that. Obviously, I'm a little pattern paper crazy, but if you don't want to use as many, you don't have to do that. You can do it however you like, but I guess the idea is just to show you how to be inspired by a product. So, okay, here we go. Thankful. Let's get that one together, and I'm just gonna remove this one. I think I might even just have half a card showing here. So again, what I'm gonna do at this point is I'm just going to stick everything down with my adhesive. I'm also gonna move everything down just a little bit so that I don't have an overhang up top here. You can see I have a little bit of an overhang and the bottom doesn't. So I'm just kind of move that around, just move it down a little bit. And because I like to sew, I'm going to sew a row through each of these cards and to keep the paper down, and just to add a little more texture to the page. And then I'm just going to go ahead and finish off my page. I'm going to probably add some of these bit-sized bites pieces that I cut off. I'm going to layer them in behind my photo, because as you can see right now, my photo just kind of gets sucked into the vortex of paper. But I am going to pop dot this with some foam squares, and I'm going to add some layers in behind that. And I'm not sure what I'm doing for a title yet. I'm probably going to have to cut something with my silhouette. Or I may actually remove some of these squares and use some of my cool alpha beans in there as well as part of my title. And I'm probably going to use some of these stickers here. And also, I might just throw in some of these beautiful stamps from a cold avocado soup. And I'm probably going to add a few little highlights to each of these little papers here. And there's also the pea pod shapes of the die cuts. That would go great. So I'm just going to add in a whole bunch of this new stuff onto this page after I sew everything down. And then I'm going to come back and show you the final result. So stick around and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm all done with my page, and as you can see, I'll just turn it around. I have added a lot of the cards and some stitching. I've also gone in and added some stickers from the cardstock sticker sheets. I've also added in some of the pea pod parts, and I did add one of those mini little Polaroids just underneath my photos. Just wanted to share with you one last thing about these flashcards. Not only are they great to add to any of your pages, but they're really cute to add for a sentiment for a card. So this is just a really quick card I whipped together with some scrap pieces of paper and the flashcard. And you can just see I just added a little coordinating sticker to it just to add a little extra oomph to my flashcard. But aside from that, it's really just some scraps of paper and corrugated shapes and the flashcard. So I thank you for joining me again today for this Trending Tuesday video, and we always look forward to your comments and your projects that you share with us on Facebook.